Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. We've got the SnoJam Comedy Festival coming up in a few weeks, and we've got one of the comedians who will be joining us for the event, Riva Riley. Riva, how are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Thanks so much for having me.
Now, where are you from, Riva?
I'm originally from the Chicago area, but I'm now based in Maryland.
All right. So now, does it get cold? It get cold in Chicago. Is it get kind of cold in Maryland as well, or not quite?
Not quite as bad. Yeah, I feel like after a Chicago winter, I'm pretty well prepared for Maryland.
Nice. And we're excited to have you come join us here at the SnoJam Comedy Festival. Have you done this festival, or do you do festivals quite often?
It's actually my first time doing this festival. Actually, my first time visiting South Dakota. So
Nice.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, we're excited to have you come to Sioux Falls. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Well, I started doing stand-up comedy for like in a more practiced way, I think in September of 2019. And before that, for fun, I did science comedy.
Oh.
So I'm a fish biologist, and I got started doing science comedy with some other comedians when I was in grad school.
So what is science comedy?
It's kind of like normal comedy with a lower bar. No, but it was really good fun. So it's basically science comedy is kind of like an outreach event that we would do sets about our research or just the sort of like funny hijinks that you get into being a scientist.
Nice.
So it's actually really, really good fun. I had a great time doing it.
Well, now I got to look up science comedy. I think that sounds interesting.
You can laugh and learn.
Who is the most popular, like the most famous science comedy comedian out there? Is there somebody that made it big in science comedy?
You know, I'm not sure someone has made it big in the way that we mean for stand-up comedians. I actually started doing that in England. That's where I did my grad school.
Oh, wow.
And there was a few folks there that really had like built these, quite big science comedy like events. So I did a few of them in London that were, really, one was in like this ancient courtroom. Definitely felt like it was haunted.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was really good fun. So yeah, there's actually like a pretty vibrant science comedy scene over in London, and I'm sure here as well. Just still getting to know it.
Well, that is really, really cool. Well, we're excited to have you in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And you said you've never been to South Dakota before. Have you been in the Midwest other than, like you said, from Chicago? Have you been out in these parts at all?
Yeah, so I grew up in the Chicago area, and we'd spend the summers going, we visit lakes in like Michigan and Wisconsin and Indiana. And I also ended up visiting Iowa a few times, so we kind of got a few relatives scattered around. But actually kind of in that area of the Midwest, like real intense corn growing regions, I should say. I actually spent quite a lot of time, especially growing up.
Well, we are excited to have you here in a few weeks. Thank you for taking some time to chat with us, and thank you for being a part of the SnoJam Comedy Festival.
Oh, well, thanks so much for talking to me. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time.
If people would like to find you online and see your comedy, is there a place they can go? Do you have like a website, or do you do social media?
Yes, I do social media. So I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Riva J. Riley. And I have a YouTube channel as well. And
Riva, R-I-V-A, and then Riley, R-I-L-E-Y.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Very good. Riva, thanks for your time.
Thanks so much for having me. It's good to talk to you.
Absolutely. Again, Riva is one of the many comedians who are going to be in Sioux Falls for the SnoJam Comedy Festival. They'll be here before you know it. It's coming up January 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So if you don't have tickets yet, you can get the ticket information, all the details at snowjamcomedyfest.com.